Beyblade X's ClockMirage Beyblade is the latest stamina type in what? We'll be going over all of the latest Beyblade X news, so if you are new here and like bays that spin, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts, and make sure to check out Mall of Bays. We are Canadian-based and we import from Japan. It is an optional way to support the channel, and I appreciate any and all support regardless. Alright, so we're going to be talking about the news going topic by topic, so I'll be leaving a timestamp in the description if you want to go to any particular part. One big collaboration got announced with Beyblade X and the Cloud9 esports group, so this is apparently a super popular group. I'm not too much into like the competitive gaming sphere, so I'm not too familiar with a little bit of their work. Now, the only thing I don't know with this announcement of a collaboration is like, what does that entail? Is it going to just be they do some t-shirts? Are they going to actually work with the 80K licensing brand to actually push more competitive events? Very curious to see what they're going to end up actually doing. I still think Beyblade X doing big collaborations with organizations like that is going to be super powerful to help like make the brand kind of get the name more well known out there. All right, next up, if you are a fan of Hover Wyvern, boy oh boy, do I have news to tell you. So we did get actually some information on that, and it appears this is going to be actually a lottery Beyblade, more specifically kind of like the Lost in Lottery from Beyblade Burst, which I'm going to flash up on the screen. This is I think it's like DMN, like QG or whatever. Anyways, these type of lotteries are basically where you could get the main Beyblade, or you could get a wristband, or you could get like a keychain, or other type of merchandise. It's not specific on what it is for right now. I did do a big order on it, so eventually when I get it, I'll probably sell it on Mall of Bays. That's probably going to be the idea there. Next up, mark it on your calendars. It's going to count for both releases on October 11th, 2025. Our first one to talk about is going to be the left string launcher for Beyblade X. That is it. It is a left string launcher. They're just doing an alternate color. Yippee! That's it. I don't know what my thoughts on this would be. It's, I guess if maybe you wore out your Cobalt Dragoon one for whatever reason, you can get a spare. If you like the color red, another one, I don't know. No big deal, Mall of Bays going on. Check it out. Now for the actual ClockMirage Beyblade. Super interesting. This is a random select. So what a random select basically is you can get one of three. So if you get a full set, you get all of them. So for the ClockMirage Beyblade, am I saying them in the right order? Yeah, ClockMirage is a homage to the actual Twisted, Tempo, or Basalt Horogium from Metal Fight Beyblade. I highly recommend you actually check out my original Maximum Series Metal Fight video where I go over the competitive history on all of them. If you want a TLDR, this is the heaviest wheel in all of Beyblade. Look at that defense, whoa! So the original one, they gave an imbalance to the design, and what they actually did with the new Clock Beyblade, we'll get to in a moment. But one thing I want to appreciate here, so we do get some alternate colors. The second one is in the original color scheme of Tempo, which I think that's a pretty good choice that they did there. And then after we have like a weird pink one, which I'm waiting to see how this looks like for the full HD render or IRL, just to see if it looks all right. But what's really interesting about all of them is that they apparently all have the exact same combination, which is supposed to be 965 ball. So the Blade's gimmick is really interesting because this also has to be explained for the part choice for why they did it. If you look at the side profile on this blade, you'll notice that it's almost built like a tornado top Beyblade from Metal Fight. The bay is basically described to be only working with like the X-X5 ratchets of 455, 385, M85, 965, whatever. It's a very weird limitation on customization, so I'm wondering if this was a gameplay balance choice. Were they afraid it was going to be too powerful? Because these ratchets are very easy to burst, which is something they literally mention in the Koro, so I'm very curious what the goal with the marketing here was. That type of restriction, maybe this release is so powerful and strong that they had to figure out some way to balance it out so it doesn't kill the meta or something like that. Because otherwise, we're looking at Takara Tomy potentially doing a big fuck up here. I think ever since Wizard Rod, they've been very scared of doing another strong stamina type release, which even then, even if they did do one hypothetically and it was too much for the meta, just ban it, right? Didn't they ban Wizard Rod on one-on-one, even though I don't really think that matters for the long term for the competitive meta? You had Phoenix Rudder, that really wasn't good for stamina, nor was that aggressive for attack and was pretty much useless. Silverwolf was actually pretty good. Ghost Circle, very nice shape, so nerfed in design and weight, it was dog shit. Wizard Arc was kind of just whatever, it's just kind of like defense, I guess. Cerberus Flame, hollowed out, and the wheel was also hollowed out. It's defense at best. Maybe this is their smart way to try to get these type of ratchets used, because these like X-X5 ratchets are not really used on anything. That's about it. Now 965, the big thing here we gotta talk about is that at least this seems to be as close to the original 9 sides in shape and design. All of them have been some type of variant. 385 actually at least was very well rounded off. M85 was 5 sides, but it pretty much was protruding outwards and pretty easy to burst. 455 was really spread out for the contact points. So having an alternate option to 9 sides, even if this is maybe easy to burst, I don't think is that big of a deal. Like, I don't really care. I'm like, okay, sure, whatever, because they need to fill out ratchets, because I can't imagine they're gonna do like, oh, here's 8 sides, here's 12 sides, 14 sides, you know. Eventually they have to figure out something with the ratchet sides, or they just have to start getting more creative with the shapes and just abandon the whole number of sides, which probably they might do eventually. Now, they did repeat the ball bits. I was thinking about this kind of choice for the product for the random select, and am I gonna really be upset that we're most likely, wait till this 100% gets confirmed, the same combination? I'm not really gonna get that upset. If you look at Viper Tail or a lot of these other random selects, it's not really like the part choice was that good for them. So to pretty much have the only difference be you just don't get the anime stock colors, I'm okay with. It's not like the random selects gave us like really good part diversity and choice to where it'd be like, okay, well, let's consider. The bowl bit being the choice I think kind of makes sense in the context of Japan, because the bowl bit does not really get reprinted that much, if at all. Okay, this segment goes on for too long. I think ball is probably going to be a very sought out bit in Japan, because I don't think it's gotten reprinted that much. I'm not a big fan of getting season 1 stuff reprinted, so I can maybe see their logic in doing so. I would have preferred a new bit or something recent to get reprinted, so it is a little bit of an L if you want to look at it like that, but I don't know, I just wanted to give the perspective to kind of see maybe why they would have thought so, but I'm not a fan of the bowl reprint. In terms of Clock and all the October releases, let me know in the comment section, what are you most excited for? Specifically, what do you want to see me do a video with first? Do you want to see the Clock Beyblade or the Infinite Stadium set? And in the Stadium sets, I'm going to throw in the left launcher in there too, because otherwise I don't know where else you would throw it into. I guess the more exciting thing is probably going to be the Stadium sets, not unless we find out if the Clock Bay is like super, super good. What are your thoughts and predictions in the comment section below? There's a lot of other stuff to talk about, including the Beyblade X manga, where we're getting a lot of cool story details. I'm going to be saving a future part breakdown and reading some of the comments for that future video. So I want to say thank you all for watching, and thank you all for the support. That's pretty much it for this video. So hey, check out my entire tier list of all of Season 2 and Season 1. Link in the description below. Thank you all for watching. That's it for now. Take care and bye!